Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how to write formal emails. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. Some of it you might already know, but anyway, let's have a look. First of all, what is a formal email? Things that you have to remember. A formal email is an email that you write to your colleagues, for example, people that you don't know, or people that are superior to you. The opposite thing is an informal email that you would write to a friend or a member of your family. The formal register means that we cannot make grammatical errors in our email, so no spelling mistakes, no grammatical mistakes. Secondly, we have to make sure that we use full forms and no contractions. For example, it means that we write did not instead of didn't. It is a way of showing that you are polite by writing everything full. Instead of writing I'm, you're gonna write I am. Thirdly, it's very important to use correct capitalization and punctuation. It means that you put commas at the right place, make sure that every sentence starts with a capital, and so on. These are the rules that we understand under capitalization and punctuation. What is the format of an email? What does it look like? We start with an opening. The opening is actually kind of greeting. A formal email opens always with this phrase. We're going to start with dear and then the recipient's name. Recipient is ontvanger. For example, dear Professor Geller. Dear Mr. Franzen, dear Miss Lee. Yeah, so you always use the word dear and then you put the person's name and title if you know it. If you don't know the name of the person you are addressing, sometimes it happens, for example, that you're writing an email to somebody that you don't know who's going to read it, then you can just put dear sir if it's a man, or dear madam if it's a woman. If you have the greeting, you can go to step 2, which is the body of the email. The body of the email is the main content of your message, and you mostly start with introducing the reason why you write this email. You can do this simply by stating, I am writing to ... You can also, if you have a request, you can phrase it, I would appreciate it if, could you please... It would be grateful if, would it be possible to? So that's the body of your email. When you have explained why you are writing this email, you can go to the closing of the email, which is not yet the end. You're going to thank the person for reading your email. You can say, thank you for your time and consideration. Thank you very much. Many thanks. Thank you for your help or assistance. And if you want to leave the future open, you can say, I look forward to meeting you. I look forward to working with you, as a kind of invitation to show that you really want the person to answer. And then we come to the final step, which is the formal end. It's a kind of greeting where you also put a comma afterwards. And then on the next line, you're going to write your full name. As a formal end greeting, you can use kind regards, sincerely, yours truly, or yours cordially. Yeah, you choose one of these phrases, then you put a comma, and then on the next line you write your full name. Yeah, so your first name and then your second name. Here is an example of an email that I once got, and I think it's a pretty good one. Let's read it together. Dear Miss Hieselem, last Tuesday you mentioned an interesting article we should read. Would it be possible to send it to me via Smart School, or could you send me the reference so I can fetch it in the library? Many thanks for your help. Kind regards, Jessica Lise. Now, is there anybody here? Well, have a look at this email. Maybe there could be some minor adjustments, some things that you could do better. For example, Smart School, maybe with a capital letter. You could also specify the date more, last Tuesday, to make it more clear. But all in all, this is a pretty good email that I got. Have a look then at the next email that I also got. and please, this one is not so good. It follows, it goes like this. Hey teacher, I have a question. I don't understand what you explained today in class. Can you maybe explain it again to me? Maybe tomorrow during the break? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Thanks a bunch. Greetings, Sarah. Now, I do understand what the pupil wants. However, this is not a formal email. There are different mistakes that are being made here that you should not make when you write a formal email. Can you try to copy this email and make it better? You can write it right here on the dotted lines. We're going to correct together during the live session. Now there's a final assignment for you where I want you to write an email, a formal email from scratch to the principal of our school in which you ask for the permission of the principal to go on a JWP to London. You have to give at least 3 reasons why your class thinks London is a good destination. So you're going to start your email by greeting the principal using the full name. Then you're going to tell her why you are writing this email, who you are, why you are writing. You're gonna give 3 reasons why you think London would be a good destination for a JWP. Then you're going to end your email politely, and then you're gonna give the greetings with a comma and then your name. This is the assignment. Can you please do that on your own? However, before you start doing that, I'm going to show you one last example that I got from a student. I copy pasted it here in a Word document so we can I can work on it together with you. And oh, there's some noise in my street here. Let's read it together. It's a very short email. Dear Giselen, can I read the book Mr. Midshipman Hornblower for the task Book 2, MVG Milut? Now have a look. Take some time to just look at this email and see what is wrong with it. How would we be able to correct this? I'm going to give you some time to just look at it. Yeah, so the things that I would change in this email is we're gonna start with the first part here, what we call the greeting. First of all, Giselen is my name, that is correct, but you're going to call me Miss Giselen. Yeah, this is more polite, and also we don't really need the comma here. You can put it, it's not a mistake, but it is better to leave it off. Now, then we go to the body of the email. Can I read a book, Mr. Midshipman Hornblower, for the task Book 2? Well, first of all, we have a mistake here because I, in English, always needs to be a capital letter. Can I read the book Mr. Midshipman Hornblower for the task Book 2? Now, what is difficult here is that he is referencing a title. So to make it more clear that this is a title of the book, you can either put it in italics like this, or if you don't want to do that, what you can also do is just go like this. And this makes it clear that we also talk about the title of a book or a film. Can I read a book, Mr. Midshipman Hornblower, for the task Book 2? Here, I would be a little bit more clear about the task. I would call it for Book Report 2. Yeah, because if we're talking about the book reports, this is a title, Book Report 2. Then we have MVG, which is of course Dutch. It's never good to combine 2 languages in one email. It's better to stick to Dutch or to English, but don't mix things up. So how can we make this better? Instead of met vriendelijke groeten, we can say kind regards, which is the same, yeah, kind regards. Then we put our comma. Here we have to have a comma. And then I told you, you cannot just put your name there. We need the both names of the person, Milut, and then we need his second name. I totally forgot the name of this student, so let's just choose a name here. Milut, what was his name again? I totally forgot. So let's take a name that we do know, of course, Elfanis. Yeah, this is for Hamza if he's watching this film. So now we have corrected this email. Can you now try to go back to this document and try to correct this email, the mistakes that are here? There's way more mistakes. This is really a bad email. And then try to write an email yourself. If you want feedback on this email, you can send it to me via Smart School and I will give you feedback or a corrected version. So I hope this was useful to you, that we kind of look together at the rules of formal email writing. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me on Smart School. Bye!